Happy Thankful Thursday. I am Kylene with Rise, Shine, Smile, and I'm excited to be here today. It is a beautiful day here in Missouri. I have so much to be grateful for. First of all, I'm grateful for my health today. I ate something that didn't agree with me this weekend, and or it was a bug, I don't know, but I'm finally feeling better, so I'm really grateful for that. So that's what I'm grateful for today. Feel free when you check in, say what you're grateful for today. I would love to hear. So we are here every week. We talk about gratitude, and we talk about how it's our superpower and how we can use gratitude in our life. Because when we're in a state of gratitude, when we truly are appreciating the things that we currently have, we're raising our vibration. We're in that state of abundance, and therefore we have more to be grateful for, right? And we start attracting more good things to us, and we start to have more positive feelings, more good things happening to us. So that's why we're talking about gratitude every week, an attitude of gratitude, if you will. It really is a habit that we have to develop. We have to start training ourselves to look for the good things and appreciating that and what it can teach us and how we can learn and move forward. So that's why we're here every week. I am excited to talk today about wellness. We've talked about this a few times on Thankful Thursday, but I wanted to kind of take a different approach about wellness a little bit here today, and when we're talking about it, because it really is important. It does encompass so many parts of our life. It's not just what we think about. It's actually, it's a harmony, and we have to work together with everything. So I just want to thank you guys all for being here today. It looks like you guys are checking in. I love it. Hey, Chuck, good to see you. Hi, Darren. Good evening to you too. Hey, Cindy. Thankful for Thursday. I love it. Hey, Tanya. Hope you are doing well. And hi, Jerry. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for joining today as we talk about wellness. And so wellness is, I wanted to talk about wellness today because, as you guys know, we had the Joyful Yoga Challenge. Today is day 10, the last day of the challenge. But I'm going to post tomorrow. You still have time to do it. You can do it at any time, really. But tomorrow is the day to where it kind of all comes together. So it's been 10 days of being intentional with our movement and to bring more joy and more energy into our life with a yoga pose. That was the goal with the Joyful Yoga Challenge. And so I thought if we ended on Thankful Thursday, we can talk about wellness and why that's so important. When we think about wellness, we do think about, our nutrition, and we think about our physical wellness, right? That kind of is the first thing that comes to mind. But it's so much more to that. There's, we also have to look at our personal life. We have to look at our career. We have to look at our financial wellness. We have to look at all these different areas in our life, right? And that, to me, is what wellness is all about, is finding that harmony. How do these things all work? And how do we stay intentional about making sure all of these are in check, right? So for me, wellness, it's our choice. It's how we show up. And it kind of comes back to the whole success principle, 100% responsibility, right? We're taking responsibility. We're taking ownership for our life. Kind of what we talked about last week with empowering yourself. That's what wellness is about. It's empowering yourself with knowledge. It's empowering yourself to make choices that are going to get you those best outcomes so you can have more of those positive feelings and setting yourself up for success in your life instead of setting yourself up for the panic or setting yourself up for hardships. It's keeping yourself in that positive state, right? Balancing all these different areas of your life so you can truly show up the way you want, so you can show up and share your true gifts with the world. To me, that's what wellness is all about. I was reading an article before this, and I just wanted to read their definition of wellness. They just said it's an active pursuit of activities, choices, and lifestyles that lead to a state of holistic health. And I don't know, I like that definition of wellness. I've heard so many different variations of that, right? But when you look at it, it's the pursuit of activities, choices and lifestyles. It's our choice, right? We get to choose how we show up every day. Tanya talked about that last week on Thankful Thursday with her choose boards that she shared. Being intentional with how we want to be and what we want to work on every day. We get to choose how we show up in this world, and we can choose the positive. We can choose the good. We can choose in favor of ourselves. I think that's really important to remember here. So have I missed any comments? I'm sorry, Erin, I wasn't looking. I have my producer back, so I'm kind of excited. Hey, Mom. Good afternoon to you too. Thanks for joining today. I'm excited to see you here. So when we think of wellness, again, we might think of healthy living, self-help, self-care, fitness, nutrition, diet. All of that is included, right? But I really think we have to be intentional with the different areas. And so one thing I wanted to share was Erin and I do this wheel. I've showed this on here before. I know Erin's talked about it on Small Business Saturdays. And what it is, it's all the different areas in your life to consider when you're just really checking in with yourself. How am I feeling? Am I off balance here? Because all of these are part of wellness, right? You can't be in the best shape of your life, but the rest of your life is crumbling, right? That's not wellness, because then emotionally you're feeling that stress too, right? So it's kind of finding that balance. And so I wanted to share this wheel because it's a way that we get to check in with each other. So that's a bonus and a really positive thing, but I can check in with myself, and I would encourage you guys to do the same thing. So I just want to go through the categories here real quick. There's growth and learning. So that's a part of wellness that's really important. How are you engaging yourself into new learning? It's really easy to get stuck. It's really easy to not continue to grow and move forward. So when you're intentional about kind of just evaluating, where am I at with this? Am I really being intentional with bringing new good things into my life? That's an area to consider when you look at your overall wellness. Spirituality, that's a big one, right? That's kind of one of the things that might come to mind, yoga, meditation, tapping, whatever it is for you. How do you calm your mind? What is it that you do to recharge? How do you get connected to yourself and learn what your body is really trying to tell you, right? How do you control those emotions? I don't know if anyone has anything that you do in your life to really kind of calm your mind down. How do you reset? I guess is maybe the best way to put it. Because we know that life happens all the time. There's things coming at us from all different directions, and we have to choose how we show up in those moments. And when we're kind of off balance, when our wellness is a little off, sometimes it's really important just to have that moment to relax, come back to your breathing, and just remember that you are in control of how you show up. And so I'm just going to go through the rest of these real quick. Money and finance. So that's your financial wellness. That's a big one. As you guys know, money can create stress. It can create joy. It can create all sorts of emotions. But when you're feeling a lot of stress financially, it's important to check in with yourself and then know what you could do differently to continue to make that change for you and more in favor of yourself. And I guess I should talk about the scale here. So on our wheel, we have a scale from 1 to 10. So 1 being low and 10 being high. I feel good about where we're at. I know that I'm in the right situation, and I'm really proud of whatever this is, whatever section you're in, if it's growth and learning, spirituality, money, and the other ones I'll talk about here in a minute. So it's a way to check in, and then you can decide, what could I do in the future? What could I do to get this number to go up? What could I do to bring more balance to myself in this area? I guess when you're doing this is to give yourself some grace. This is the other part about wellness, is that it's not a one-time thing. It's an actual journey. It changes every day. We get to change how we show up every day. We get to change how we learn every day. We get to change how we what we do. We get to change our actions every day. And so I think it's really important then to give yourself grace and compassion as you move through these areas, and just every day when life comes at you and gives you those curveballs and it's really stressful, use your tools. Come back and use your tools, and know that you don't have to stay in that space forever. Yes, you can acknowledge and those feelings are valid, but you can use these tools to continue to move forward, to create more harmony in your life. It looks like Erin said, can you share the areas again? Someone might need to catch up on the July review, asking for a friend. I love it. Yep. Let me go through the rest of these real quick. So there's money and finance, career and work, health and fitness, fun and recreation, environmental, community, family and friends, partners and love, and then the growth and learning. So those are all the different areas that we look at in our life personally. You might have your own tool that you use, and feel free to share. We'd love to learn from you too. We just do that to check in with ourselves and check in with each other, right? Where are we connected? Where are we way off? And how can we come together and learn and be intentional with what we're bringing to our life, right? We get this one life, and we get to show up the way is most meaningful for us. We all were born with these unique gifts. And so having wellness be a part of your life and really having things in balance is really important to continue to move forward. And self-care is, I think, a huge component of this. I think self-care is important because when you are connected with your mind and body, when you're connected and you're able to recharge and you're able to gather your thoughts instead of just constantly being reactive, one thing after another, we don't show up the way we want. We don't have the outcomes that we want, right? Because our response, if you go back to the success principles, our response, if we are not showing up and responding to these events in a way that's going to give us outcomes that we desire, it's just going to continue to spiral down. And I know recently for me, I've been a little off balance. I am personally, I'm grieving right now, and I'm also learning and growing, and I'm trying to use this time as a way to really discover who I am as a person and what I need. And self-care is a really important component of this. It does help you get through those tough times. And I think it's important that you have those different areas in your life. So there's different areas for wellness, but there's self-care. So that's the physical side. Maybe you need to go out for some walks. I don't know about you guys, but when I go out for a walk, there's something that changes inside of me. I feel energized. I feel productive. I feel accomplished. I feel centered again. I feel less stuck, if you will. I think that's really important for me to use that tool that I have, but you might have another tool that you use, and feel free again to share that. Erin wrote, I would suggest people create their own areas that make them feel balanced. Exactly. What are the main areas for you that you could do in your life that would help you feel more balanced and have your wellness in check, right? We're always learning, we're always adapting, we're always trying to try new things to help us really show up the way we want. So along with physical, it could be yoga, it could be sleeping. Sleeping is a really important one. Sleeping can be a challenge for some people. And so we need to be intentional with sleeping, just like we are with gratitude, right? Sleeping is a way to heal ourselves. It's a way to allow our brains time to rest and recoup. So I think it's important. That's one of my things that I've been working on personally. Erin wrote, sleep Is that word the same as moderation? Ooh, you can spell the word, you just can't say the word. I love it. Moderation. Um, yeah, so all of us require different sleep too. And so be gentle with yourself again there. Emotional. So those are the coping skills that you have. Maybe you need to journal. Maybe you need to like journal and just let all your thoughts out, clear up that space in your mind, and then you allow yourself then to show up and have that more of a clear mind, knowing that those thoughts are not creating that space. That's one thing I've learned recently from Aaron. He's been talking to me about sometimes I just need to get into action. I just need to do. Instead, I'll think about it and think about it and think about it, and then I'll do it. But instead, I need to just try when possible just to do it right away, and it clears out that space, and then I can move forward. So I wanted to share that. Social. So creating those boundaries with the people surrounding that you need to, that maybe are taking out some energy from you. We've talked a lot about the power of those people that you surround yourself with. I know for me, I am very fortunate. The people that I am surrounding myself with are very positive people. The people that show up on here are all growth minded. They're all supportive. They're all just amazing. You guys are all amazing people. And my Masters of Success group, Aaron, Lewis, everyone is just super, they're growth minded, and I'm happy to be around them. I feel energized when I leave them. So I encourage you guys to just take a little check of who you're spending your time with. Tanya wrote, sorry, I saw that. All great ideas. I need to do them all right now. Yeah. And just know, give yourself grace. You know, we all have our days, we have our moments where it's a little bit harder than it is on other days. And that's why we have these tools. That's why we need to, that's where the word grace, I think, really comes into play here. We know that when we have feelings that we don't really want, we're in check, we're aware of them. And that's part of it, right? Becoming aware of what our body's trying to tell us. How are we responding in these events, and how can we continue to move forward? So I love that you shared that. Thank you. It looks like Aaron had a comment here. My buddy Shad made a statement to me one day that made sense. Have a bias towards action. When in doubt, do something. The result will tell you what to do next. I like that. I really like that a lot. I always go towards action to see what you can do to move forward. And I am currently working on that personally. And I love that you shared that, Aaron. Thank you. So I talked about a little bit about social, creating those boundaries with the people. Have coffee with a friend. Have whatever it is that fills you up, kind of recharges you. That's okay. You need to do that. Spiritual, we've talked about that. Personal, that's that growth and learning side. What kind of hobbies do you have? Do you read books? Do you play a sport? Do you paint? Do you do I don't know, whatever it is that you do that's personal for your hobby? Be authentic with yourself. Show up in a way that is meaningful for you, so it is fulfilling. I love that. Your space. So this is one that I think gets overlooked. And this is included in on our wheel. It's the environmental piece. The space that we're surrounding ourselves in. If we're in a space that is cluttered, like I look at my desk and it's okay right now, but there's still some piles. And it does, when I look at the piles, I do feel some negative emotions. I feel a little overwhelmed. I feel a little like, oh my gosh, what else have I forgotten about maybe? Or what do I still have to do that I've forgotten about? Oh, a stack master. I don't know about that. Aaron wrote, Kylene is a stack master. It's not bad. It's just if I put them away, sometimes I forget about it. So I leave out my to-dos. I know. So the stacks, they do. They take some of that energy away from you. So I think it's important to look at your space. Maybe it's just working on one space a week, or maybe it is just the space that you spend the most time in. Maybe you just clear out some clutter. Just a little bit can make a huge difference too. Financial. So we talked a little bit about this earlier. So your financial wellness, where are you at? Are you in a place where you feel abundant? Or are you in a place where you kind of feel really scared and anxious, and that's not a good place, right? Because that's stopping that energy flow from the abundance working for you. So maybe it's doing little things. Maybe you need to set a budget. Maybe you need to have the hard talks financially to really understand where you're at. Maybe you need to start saving a few dollars every month. Whatever it is for you financially, make it work for you so you do feel in balance or in harmony, if you will, in your financial area of your life. And then there's work. Um, Work is one of those things that we've talked about when we talk about work-life balance in the past. It's not a full 50-50 all the time. And we've talked a lot about that. It is a season, and there's certain times of the year, right? We're getting ready to move into our busier time of year if you're a decorator here. It is a season, and so we need to make sure that we have these things in place so we can move through those busy times with more fulfillment, more grace, or more less chaos, maybe is what I'm trying to say. We need to have more positive feelings about those busy times, and just expect that that is a blessing that we're busy. It's a blessing that we have these orders coming in, and we get to control how we respond to that influx of work, or that influx of, if we're moving into the fall here, and then the holiday season. When life changes, when we have all those new things happening to us, we get to change. We can change how we show up. We can change how we respond to that busyness and embrace it. Say no. That's a big one. And that's another part of self-care, is learning to say no to the things that might not be serving us. And that's really empowering. And I think when you look at these different areas of self-care, and then you look at your wellness wheel, or whatever it is that you decide to do for yourself in those areas, really remember it's your choice how you are showing up. And if you're not getting the outcomes that you want, how can you change your behavior? Or how can you implement a small change in your lifestyle, or the choices that you are making for yourself? And remember, it's a constant pursuit. It changes every day. We're always learning new things. New things are happening to us. New events are happening. And so we're learning to respond. And it's just enjoying that journey. I think with wellness, it's all about being aware, learning and growing, and choosing how you want to continue to move forward. So if something feels a little off balance, then maybe we need to take a look and do more, and have that bias towards action, right? And change something, and know that that's all part of the journey. And then, of course, there's gratitude along the way. Really appreciating all these amazing things that are happening to you. Appreciate that you have the ability to make these choices in all those different areas of your life. And know that when we truly are appreciating what we have, we're just in that abundant state, and we're going to attract more good things to us. So we're going to hopefully get those numbers up higher, to where we want them to be, but understanding that, all months aren't always the same. And so that's okay too. And just know that you have these tools in place. And so, talking about gratitude, I might as well bring up, I would love you guys to join us over on the gratitude channel. Some of you guys have joined us over there, and it's awesome. The gratitude channel is a place where you can just share daily what you're grateful for in your life. It can be the same thing every day, and that's okay. But you also get to be intentional with your gratitude, and sharing it with other people. But you also get to hear what other people are grateful for in their life. And then that brings more joy to you, right? It's a ripple effect. When you feel other people's positive energy, you see their joy in their face when they talk about what they're grateful for, that impacts you, and it raises your energy, and it brings more joy to your life. So I would encourage you guys to join us over there, rssyoga.link /gratitude. And it's a safe place. No one's going to judge you. You don't have to have makeup on. If you do a video, you don't have to. You can be in your PJs. No one's going to judge you. Just show up and share. There is a text version, and you can also just do a voice message as well. So it's very user friendly, and I would love for you guys to join us over there. There's so much good in the world, and I think if we can continue to build our community and surround ourselves with lots of positive people, that's a great place to do it. And then, looks like Cindy had a comment here. You also have to accept the changes of your mate, family member, or workers. Everyone is on a journey. So true. We all are on this path, and we all respond to life events differently, and knowing and giving each other grace and how we show up is really powerful too. And I just want to make sure I got all the comments on here. I apologize if I missed. Oh, yep. There we go. Oh, I'm working on that also. I keep telling myself just to do something. Thank you for sharing that. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It is hard sometimes. We can get stuck in our head, right? But when we have some clarity, when we are taking care of ourselves and that self-care, and we can really become aware that maybe we just need to do something. We need to create that new habit of action along with gratitude and all that. I think we can do it. We can do it together. And it's finding the people to hold yourself accountable. Sandy is also a member of our success group, the Masters of Success group that I talk about a lot. And it is a way for us to hold each other accountable. So we create these big goals for ourselves, and then we have people keeping us held accountable. They're asking about how you're doing in those areas of your life. You have to share. You don't have to. You share what you want to be working on, and you have people encouraging you to keep going and know that it's okay if you have a hiccup in the road, but what can you learn from that, and how can you keep moving forward? I would not be where I am if it wasn't for Erin, if it wasn't for Masters of Success, and all of you supporting me along the way. It's just such a powerful thing to have those people around you. So we are going to continue to do, right? I love that. And then also the Rise, Shine, Smile Challenge. I have the flyer here. Oh, Tanya wrote, you got this. Take the ideas, pick the ones that seem the best, and do it. Even break it down to something smaller. Then let the wave of action carry you forward. I love that. That's so true. And then use your choose boards like you have been. Those choose boards are so powerful, and it's so right there in your face, right? It's that constant reminder. I truly love that. Oh, did I miss something? Okay. All right. I think I missed something. Yes. Thank you. All right. We got that. Yeah. Thank you. You got this. Okay. So again, our Rise, Shine, Smile Yoga Challenge. Today is day 10. Some of you guys are doing it, and I'm so proud of you for doing it. It's just one yoga pose a day. Comment on the videos and how you are feeling after you do that yoga pose. Comment on the video. And then if you comment on all 10 videos and you do all the 10 poses, right? I'm going to share with you a short sequence of yoga, and I'll have a chair version, and I'll also have that gentle version as well. And that way you can be intentional with your movement, begin to create that harmony between your body and your mind, and using your breath to really calm yourself down with that intentional movement. And then you can use that short sequence whenever you want to bring more joy, bring more movement, bring more gratitude into your life, giving yourself that self-care, right? So I'd love for you guys to take advantage of that yoga challenge. It's on a Rise, Shine, Smile Facebook page. Oops. I apologize. It's on that Rise, Shine, Smile Facebook page where you can see all the videos. I have them labeled. If you guys have questions about it, let me know. But I am just so proud of those of you who have shared it. Thank you. I'm so proud of you that have been doing it. I hope it is bringing you more joy and bringing you more awareness of that connection between your body and your mind. Thank you. Here's the start of the yoga challenge if you want to go back and catch up. Thank you for sharing that link, Erin. I appreciate it. So any questions or any concerns? I am here. If there's a topic that you guys want to talk about, please reach out. But that's pretty much it for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday, and thank you for sharing today in the comments, and thank you for showing up and talking about gratitude. It's so important, and we look at our overall wellness in our life, and remember that we have the choice to how we show up, and we can do this, and we can support each other along the way. And then, yes, I would love to thank you both. Have a great night. Awesome. Yeah, I would love to share all of that on here. And then thank you, Cindy. I appreciate you being here today. One moment. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and share. So I have talked before about how Aaron has completed his book, and I'm so incredibly proud of him for putting this together. I have it actually right here. I'm going to show you guys. There it is. This is like full of gold. So this is filled with all the stuff that we talk about here on Thankful Thursday, but it's also related to small business owners, and it's related to the fundamentals, right? That core stuff, the stuff that you really need to have that successful business, but it incorporates these success principles that we talk about on here, because we really have to get our mind in the right headspace if we're going to be a successful business owner. So it's the business strategies along with the success principles and what we can do to truly be successful in our small business. And I'm just so proud of him. So here's his book. And let's go ahead and can we share that, Aaron, on here? Okay, awesome.
Hi,
we're gonna go ahead.
I'm Kylene Montgomery. I want to tell you all about my dad's new book, The Fundamentals of Business Success. He wrote it to help small business owners like you fall in love with your business.
Hey, thank you, Lewis. Yes, that's right. I was just tired of watching these small businesses be overwhelmed, just struggling, and ultimately underpaid because they just didn't have a strong foundation to build off of. They were trying to create their business the way somebody else created their business, and they were never going to catch up.
It's not just about making money, it's about having fun and building something you're truly passionate about. My dad's new book breaks down everything into a 13-step cycle with plenty of practical applications so you can start taking action right away. Grab your copy at rssyoga.com/FBS book. Whether you're just starting out or looking to spice things up in your current business, this book will become your guide. Don't miss out on your chance to get this book at the introductory price, only available at rsuccessgroup.com/FBS book.
Okay, you guys, that has to be the best video ever. And I'm so incredibly proud of Lewis for doing that for Aaron. But the book, it is really powerful. It really could change your life if you truly put it into action for yourself. And please take advantage of that. That special that he has. Oh, awesome. I cannot wait for mine to get here. Way to go, Aaron. Thank you, Cindy, for sharing that. I'm so glad that you got one. And then is there a link, Aaron, on there? Can we put a banner up there real quick? Putting you on the spot. Sorry. I just want people to be able to get it because it is really special. Obviously, I'm connected at a different way, but it really is a guide for you to be successful. Yes, it's the business success fundamentals to really truly create that business that you're thriving in, that you're finding joy with. It's really powerful. So Aaron went ahead and put the link in the comments there for you guys so you can go get your own copy of the book, and let us know if you have any questions. We're happy to help. But that's it for today. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you, Aaron, for your help today. Thank you guys for showing up, and I will see you guys next week.